All right. Welcome to the Off the Rail podcast. Let me see if I can figure out that English there. I'm
Right?
John, JT, whatever you want to call me, and I am here with the super host Scott. How you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. We got plenty of sunshine up here in the PNW. It's nice. Really got to enjoy a walk, enjoy some hikes. Can't wait for the weekend.
Oh,
Yeah.
living the life with your beautiful family. I
Yeah.
don't know if you could tell in the background, but that's a body of water. Okay.
Ah,
That is called a lake. I know you city slickers like yourself, you wouldn't be aware that those things actually happen. It's called nature. I didn't know. I didn't know. You living up there in Manhattan, wherever it is, that
uh,
city
wrong
slicker on
coast.
city
Wrong coast. I got so
wrong.
many waterfalls around me. It's not even crazy. It's so crazy. If I had Wi-Fi or some kind of internet, I'd be doing what you do. I gotta stay in my little community though, or else
Yeah,
I
you
can't
do.
do
You
this
do.
this fun show with you. Like and
And I do
subscribe, right?
like and subscribe. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Ah,
And if you ever get a video of Bigfoot, we need to upload it as a short.
ah.
Okay. I'm just telling you. I'm just saying. Okay. Just saying.
First it go first it goes to the night train because I gotta prove them wrong,
Yes. Yes.
and then it goes to the short.
Okay. All right. Billy's always number one. Okay, I'm down with that.
Yes,
All
yes,
right.
yes.
All right. Well, the Masters started yesterday.
Ah,
It's
yes.
rolling. It's rolling in today. You got any thoughts on the Masters? I know I'm kind of blindsiding you. We talked motorsports out of the get-go, but you're well
I
adverse. You're well adverse. And I will say this for anybody who's watching. That it is you are fortunate that I haven't pressed criminal charges against you because of all the beatings you gave me on a golf course. I'm just saying, okay?
hey, hey,
You got any
I
feelings
gotta
on the Masters today?
I gotta swing when I can, buddy. Come on. You know?
Well done. Well played. Well played. Okay.
um, I mean, is Scotty gonna go for three in a row? Or is Rory gonna
Well,
fix the
three out of
swing? I
four,
mean,
three out of four, and
oh, I thought
Rory
about last
kind of
year.
choked at the end. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's
My
okay.
bad, my bad. Can't
It's
keep an
okay.
eye
You're
on
no,
things.
no, 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 no. It's okay. I just try and keep us on the straight and narrow. I kind of threw
Yeah,
you a
yeah,
curveball
yeah,
there, cause,
yeah.
but still, you still fouled it off. Okay, you didn't put it
Right,
in play, but you
right.
fouled it off. Okay, those are some baseball terms. Uh,
Yeah. Uh,
but
OSU number eight. OSU number eight right now, buddy.
OSU is number 8 in the country. Oregon State.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow, look
buddy.
at them.
Yeah, yeah. Let's get the right OSU.
Yeah, right. Not the U. Oh
Yeah.
God. Oh God. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens this weekend. Scotty is obviously a force. Rory is a force. Oberg, but I got a feeling we're going to see somebody we're not expecting. But
Who?
that's only because
Who?
I bet it.
Who?
Uh, I like Shane Lowry. I think Bryson DeChambeau he's obviously just a monster.
Okay.
I hate the live guys. I just can't stand the live guys, man. It's like my
Ah,
skin.
the
I
best.
can't stand it, man. They
You
just took
know
the money and ran. Hmm.
that that would have been NASCAR if they had two different divisions, right there. I would have been that. I would be just like you. I'd be hating whoever went to wherever else.
Right, right. If there was
I mean,
somebody who split it down the middle, yeah, I
I mean,
understand. But look,
you, yeah, you saw Indy and Cart do it, and
yeah,
now they're back to
absolutely.
one. You know,
Now they're back to one, but it's never the same. And
never.
I look, as much as I hate it, I understand why the players did it. They're not guaranteed except for endorsement money, anything. Yeah, right. I get it. And look, you have Phil Mickelson was my favorite golfer of all time, and that dude knew what he was running into because he spent all his money on sports gambling.
Hey, hey,
People at home,
it,
don't
it
sports gamble.
it was the taxes in California that caused him to
That
lose all his
was
money.
it.
That's why
That
he
was
ran to
it.
California. They made a
Yeah.
law because of him.
No,
The
they made a
exit
lot of laws.
tax. Yeah,
It's called
yeah.
jerkhead law. Yeah. We excommunicated him from Rancho Santa Fe. God bless. All right. All right. But now let's talk about down to earth people like the good bad boys of NASCAR. Seems
Ah,
like we're rolling into Bristol.
yeah.
You've been there. Tell us what you think about Bristol.
Bristol is a great track. I think it's a Darlington-ish track where the cars have gone past this track, and they tried doing something many years ago by changing the pitch and having this progressive banking to try to make better racing. And ever since they did it, it's ruined the track.
Okay.
It's ruined it. And then, everybody was at the top, everybody was at the bottom. It lost its whole thing. There was a time you had to buy both races and the hotel package to be able to go there, and it was 5 years in advance.
Wow.
We're going to be lucky if it's three-quarters full,
Sure.
but I still like the race. I think we're still going to see some good battling, but right now it's Joe Gibbs Racing seems to have a stranglehold on everything. Denny has two, Bell has three. I think Bell's going to come out with a win. I could be wrong, but you know, um, and then Chase Elliott would be
Oh,
my other top pick right now.
okay. Now, I'm the uninformed observer, so I'm going to ask you the questions. And like I've said before, Scott is not a representative of NASCAR. And he is not necessarily defending him. But at the end of the day, I kind of like to understand what the thought process is. Now, they went to dirt for a couple years at Bristol.
Yes,
Why did they make that? Was that to spark new interest, or what was that?
that was trying to sell tickets. Bottom line,
Okay. Okay.
the trucks were going to some dirt races. It was getting going. It was, let's do some marketing about, we're going back to our roots about racing on dirt because that's how
Okay.
NASCAR started,
Right.
before all the pavements came. And
Hmm.
they brought in all the dirt. They spent a couple $1 million, 5, 6, $8 million to bring in dirt and change it up. Bristol is one of these tracks that becomes a football stadium,
Right.
becomes a band, thing
A
for
concert venue. Concert venue.
yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I think Tennessee marching band plays in there and holds their tournaments in there as well. Like,
Oh.
I mean,
Okay.
th- it's like Rome. Like, let's fill it up with water and let's do some boat races in there too. Come on, guys, we can figure this out. Like, that's what Bristol seems to be. Hats off to the owner who's willing to do it and spend the money. He's making money somewhere, I guess.
I guess. You
Yeah,
know.
but it was too dusty. You couldn't really see the race.
Oh, that's nice. I remember that
Yeah.
Fog Bowl, Philadelphia against Chicago back in the day when you couldn't see
Wow.
the game. But
Yeah.
I will tell you what really fascinates me is when and you're a youngin, so you're not going to know what I'm going to talk about here. But back in the day when they were racing at Daytona, they wouldn't repave the track, right?
Yeah.
They go, oh, we like the old contours and stuff. And literally
Yeah.
it was a crappy track. It was a real crappy
Yeah.
track, right? They don't
Hmm.
have the money to repave Daytona. They don't have the money to put put blacktop where the grass is, which makes it so much safer for the drivers, and just paint it green. Whatever you want to do, right? But
Right.
they have
Right.
money to spend millions and millions of dollars to bring in dirt for the track.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I mean, like, at the end of the day, shouldn't NASCAR have a representative to work with these tracks and go, maybe we'll give you a little TV money. Let's make it for a better race. But I don't know. Maybe that's just me hating.
It could be. I agree, but you're also trying to get that ESPN. Dun 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 dun. Dun.
Right.
Sorry, Jay. I know flashback just happened to you.
Yeah,
My
it did.
bad.
It did. It did.
Okay, but I think they really want to see that car launching. Everybody
Yeah.
tunes in for the big crash.
Yeah,
Everybody
they
tunes
do.
in for the.
Mm-hmm.
They tune in for the chrome horn. The guy
Yeah.
smacks the guy in the wall and wins. Earnhardt did with
Sure.
Terry Labonte back in the day.
Sure. Sure.
It's like that's it's one of those things. Like not it's the NFL, not for long.
Yep.
JT's standard.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody likes seeing big men crash into each other, and then the beautiful catch being happen. We complain about a
Right.
race that somebody stretches out forever and there's nobody there. They won't spend $30 million at California to build that
No.
track. Too
Nope.
much money. Pump,
Nope.
pump the
Too
brakes.
much
Pump the
money.
brakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
But
is. Go ahead.
no, I just, Chicago, I think they're giving them $18 million for that road track or
It
something
is
like that.
funny with NASCAR, and I'm going to say that this is a problem that every sports league has. Especially, let's talk about football. Let's talk about hockey, especially. They like the violence, but they want to quote unquote tout safety. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as I'm concerned, it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
Straight up, because, you see these horrific crashes in hockey or NASCAR, and they go, no, no concussion. And look, man, there
Yeah.
is just no way you're hitting the wall at 180 miles an hour and there's not a concussion. There's just no
Hey,
way. I'm not
hey,
buying that nonsense.
hey.
Okay.
They
All
they
right.
got a
All right.
software barrier. They got the cocoon. They got the
Yeah.
Hans device.
Yeah.
It's all
Yeah.
designed to protect the driver.
I can't
Okay.
wait for Larry McReynolds'
Okay.
next tutorial on that. God dang.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
and then give us the technical data with 10 laps to go. Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
get rid of that segment, please. Just get rid of it.
Well, they would have to get rid of him because
Yeah, I
I
know, and I don't want
Jay
to.
Jay. I know you're new to this whole thing, but there's this thing called airspace, and you got to fill it.
Believe
Okay.
me, you know what, Scott? You were right 99% of the time, but when you have Kevin Harvick, you don't need anybody to fill airspace. Just give the guy a Diet Coke or a bourbon and whiskey and whatever it is, and whatever, he will talk forever. And Clip Boyer's over there waving in, let me talk, let me talk.
As he puts down his keystone
Exactly.
because
Exactly.
he can't afford the bourbon.
Yeah, right. Top shelf. All right.
Yeah.
So Denny Hamlin, let's go into Bristol. Denny Hamlin went 31 races without a win, which 2 races into his win streak, it seems like. How did that ever happen? And
Right.
what do you think about the drivers? Who do you like this week at Bristol?
Denny Hamlin, he could get three in a row, but I don't see it happening. I think Bell is going to come up to the top. I think Larson's going to be there. Those are the two big front runners. I really like Chase Elliott. He's been looking good on the short track. But right now it just seems like Joe Gibbs has it handled. Tyler Reddick is getting no respect. He's like a long shot, but you know that'd be a guy that I would watch for. Um, you know, McDowell, it would be somebody I'd watch for. Bristol is a track that you can do something and steal this win from somebody.
Okay.
So
Okay.
but
So you're
it
saying a
is also
long shot's viable. A long
it
shot's
is
viable.
viable. It is viable. It is very viable. But it's flipping the track and they can hold it off. We've seen it happen before, but it's man, these picks are so hard to do before qualifying. It's going off history and seeing how these drivers and teams are doing so well. The thing is that they show up to the track with their car pre-set up so well now. It's insane. You know, the computer of these guys driving at their house or at the shop and it transferring to what they build when it gets to the track is so amazing. It's
Yeah,
it's absolutely amazing. That technology's come that far that they're able to make shock setups and feelings that these guys are able to feel it. Because when you play a video game, like you're not feeling how stiff the steering wheel is, or
sure,
how all of a sudden it's starting to
sure.
jank this way, and you're trying to get it back. Um, but it's amazing how they can do it. But I'd be Joe. I think Bell's going to be there. Larson will be for top, and then my
Uh,
my back runners would be McDowell and Reddick. But
okay.
who else does not
So,
get a lot of respect is one of the
who?
top winners. There is Kyle Busch.
Yes,
I think he's
absolutely.
45 to
Absolutely.
1 or 61. That
I,
guy.
I sent you a list. It's 30 to 1. I know you wanted to
Yeah,
be 45 to 1. Okay,
yeah, dude.
fine.
Come
All
on,
right.
come on. We need a little
Okay,
cha-ching. Come
okay,
on.
okay. Okay, so I know you're new to this podcast, even though you've been
Yeah,
doing it ever since
I know.
NASCAR
Hey,
started.
hey,
But can you give me a pick to win and then a long shot to get in the top 10 below?
hey. Pump the brakes. Pump the brakes here, okay? I was watching this podcast. It's called Off the Rails. I liked and
Okay.
subscribed to it, and
Yes, I heard
and
it's
this
awesome.
this this fine gentleman, he's over there just rambling on. I think he picked like three people. How do I only get stuck with two?
That's what we've been doing for the last 5 weeks, guy. Look.
I need to go
We do
back
a little of the
to
Darrell Wall trip. We do a little of the Darrell Wall trip, okay? I mean, look, I'm not gonna. I'm not, look. I like your analysis of there's
I
three or
know.
four guys and why. I like it,
Yeah,
okay. But
I
at the
do.
end of
I
the
do.
day, we're going to the booth. I'm not gonna go
Hey,
there with 35 tickets, okay? Come on,
hey,
man.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I want to go back to the negotiation table because I didn't know I'm allowed to get three, and I was going with two. Is it because
Well,
I got two winners? Is that what you're trying to
you do it. You're the only guy who's picked two winners. And first of all, you're smarter than me, so I should get a little extra, okay?
do?
All right, give me
So
give me your pick to click.
I'm going with I'm going with some Chevy drivers. I'm going against what I'm saying. I'm going with Chase Elliott and Kyle Busch.
Okay, okay. And who's your long shot to get a top 10?
McDowell.
McDowell. Wow. Okay, I got to write that stuff down. Okay, I am I am going to go with William Byron. I thought he
So
showed a lot of speed last week. I do not know how they effed up that wind. They somehow figured it out, and I am taking Ryan Priest to get a top 10. And I
uh
also took him. I also took him. I sent you the sheet.
yeah,
I got to say, I love how they're expanding the betting horizons. Is after we tell you don't bet on NASCAR, I took Ryan Priest to be the top four driver there. I got him at
yeah.
14-1.
It's a
We'll
pretty good
see.
bet. I mean,
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a lot of monsters there,
hey,
right?
he's hot, man. He's hot. Like it's hard to go against that. I can't argue with it. I mean, you look at Blaney. Blaney's not been doing nothing, but they're still thinking he's going to do something. His odds are
Right.
what, 5-1, 4-1?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
they keep believing. It's like Journey,
yeah.
don't stop believing, okay?
Don't stop
All
believing.
right.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, trademark.
All right. You are the best. All right, let's talk about the real bad boys. F1
Uh,
rolling into Bahrain. Round four. They don't say race four. They call it round four.
round
Like
four.
like we got a 36 round fight going. God, I love it. I love it. 3.6 mile track, 15 corner turns. What do you think about last race? What do you think about this race?
Well, Lando, right? Lando.
Mm-hmm.
That's the McLaren
Lando
driver.
Norris.
Lando
Yep.
Norris came in before the week and saying he had that McLaren had nothing for the Red Bull team, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then today, I guess he posted the fastest lap. But I'm confused because they put rookie drivers in for
Yes,
practicing on F1, like on the very
they
first
did.
day. So
On Red
there's a
Bull. Yeah, on
rookie.
Red, yeah.
Yeah. No, like five cars had rookie drivers out there.
Oh,
And
I
one
didn't
of
know
them was
that.
one of the rookie drivers was driving Verstappen's car. Like he didn't
Right,
like, hey, I gotta go over here to this party, put the rookie in, hopefully he doesn't wreck it, don't mess up my stuff.
right.
That's insane. And then Lando's out there like, nah, I'm gonna get P1. Like, and he did, it's like it's and then they I mean I'm just trying to catch on all these terms that they use, build ups, mock ups. That Ferrari came in with some like it's like a video game where you've got so many tokens and you can buy an upgrade. Oh yeah, upgrade. Like I think
Yep,
that's what they called it.
yep.
Yeah,
They
did
called
some
it an
super
upgrade.
upgrade, and I'm like going,
Hmm.
if you had this, why didn't you start with the at the beginning of the year with this upgrade? And apparently, it took him like half the practice session to actually understanding. He got P3, but what does that really matter? Because Verstappen's not in there, and he's dominated this race for the last few years.
3 out of the last four, he's won.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to watch practice. I'm trying to trying to understand what's going on to give me a little
I
snippet to talk about. It's
I
hard.
will I am totally in your corner because the racing terms are literally like they were brought down from a spaceship. Like I heard him talking about Ferrari and they were saying the thermal engagement of the rear axle, and I was like, what the heck? What are they even talking about? I mean, I was like, it was like I got to be an F1 technical director to understand I'm breaking out the manual. Like, what the heck is he even talking about?
Dude,
And it's transferring to the rear tire, and I'm like, what the Sam Hill does all this mean?
yeah. Well, I understand you don't want too much heat in the tire. It's probably something that controls that,
I
but it's
understand it. Can't you
still,
just say
dude.
that?
I know. I'm like, I'm Googling stuff and trying to like, hey Siri, and it's like,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, like, what am I, this is insane. Like, I know, push, tight, loose, rest.
Yeah. You know, you are 100% right, brother. Every time I Google the F1 terms, it comes back, you're an idiot. Go to another sport.
American, silly American.
Yeah. Foolish American. Foolish Yankee. All right. All right. Do you got
Look,
any picks to click this week?
I mean, I think Verstappen has a big chip on his shoulder. I think he's going to win this race. Lando's playing too much of the, oh, geez, I don't know. He's still doing that. Verstappen's still the killer out there.
He
He
stole
proved it
one
by,
last week in Japan.
hey,
He proved it in
run him off,
Japan.
dude. Run him off the pit. That just shows
Yep.
you how big those cojones are. Until Lando turns left and wrecks him and says, hey, enough, he's going to keep on doing that. That's a bully needs to be straight up taken care of like a bully.
Amen.
You
Amen.
know,
You got to punch him in the
like
nose.
that's Mike Tyson. What was Mike Tyson's
Yeah.
favorite quote?
Everybody's got a plan till you get hit in the face.
That's right.
That's it.
Punch him in the
That's it,
nose.
right? Well, see, we're working simpatico. I don't need
All
Chad
right.
GBT for that. Okay, I don't need that. All right, Sam
I can't.
Hill, Sam
Yeah.
Hill.
Yeah. Sam
I'm
Hill.
gonna take Piastri. I'm gonna take
Oh,
Piastri. All
ran
right.
off the track.
So give me your picks for the Masters. We're gonna wind it down here. Give me some picks.
Oh,
I know we're on Friday. I know it's not totally fair, but go ahead.
oh
Oh,
man.
he's
I mean,
looking at the ceiling.
I just like,
Okay, Scheffler.
I mean,
You're gonna go
Scotty.
with the chalk
Come on,
Scheffler.
yeah,
All
going with the
right, all
chalk. I'm
right.
sorry, man. I'm sorry, dude.
I want to get this
That
chalk
dude.
off my shoulders. Okay,
Hey,
yeah, it's
hey.
a little
You know,
dusty.
what does that mean, anyways? The chalk. The chalk. What does that mean in betting terms?
What's that?
So, what does the chalk mean in betting terms?
The heavy
The
favorite,
heavy
not
favorite.
just the
Thank you.
favorite. Yeah.
Hey,
So
hey. We got to cover some of
I
that
hope
stuff,
that's
kid.
chalk. I hope that's chalk, and not Tony. I was just visiting Tony Montana's place. Sorry,
Oh,
just saying,
I
just
I
saying.
thought it was dandruff. My bad. My bad.
Ah, yeah, it was. I need to go
Hey,
back to sell some blue.
hey, your blue hat right there. You only
The
brought
blue
out the
hat.
new one one time.
I know. I brought it out once. I haven't really been reconnected to it. I got such a. I'm going to be wearing this to Bernie on Saturday. Yeah, I know,
Ah, look
right?
at you. Look at you. Get the burn on.
I get the
Get
burn
the
on.
burn on.
Brian and I were talking about that briefly this morning. It's like, how crazy is it when the progressive guy in the party is 81?
Right.
That's the guy
Right.
with new ideas.
What's crazy is you say don't believe the old white guy, but you believe in the old white guy. Like,
I do on
oh,
this one.
it's
I give
it's
you
so
that. You're
awesome.
right there.
It's so awesome. Hey, what's up with the
I drank the
cheating in
Kool Aid.
baseball? Yeah, you drank the blue Kool-Aid. Yes, you have.
I did. What
Yeah.
cheating in baseball are you alluding to, my friend?
What's up? Are there some pitchers like putting some sicky stuff on their hands or anything like that?
I haven't seen it. I mean, I was in Vegas all week, and let me tell you, I literally saw 60 baseball games.
Oh yeah.
God, there's nothing like being in a sports book and having 20 TVs there and just
Oh,
watching it and looking over at the guy next to you. Looks like he's that big guy from Dune, and he goes, I would have made that play. And you're like, this dude can't even order a drink without help. You know?
right.
Like, yeah, all
Right.
right, everybody's a great
Yeah.
athlete. It's like when you watch NASCAR and go, oh, I could have made that. I wouldn't have went
Yep.
into the wall. Yeah, sure, guy.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Hey, April 19th coming. NHL Stanley Cup. Woo wee. We're seeing some stuff happening right now. Oh,
What's
a
that?
lot of
I'm looking at a
the
woodpecker.
wow, woodpecker. They
Yeah.
actually have those there?
They do. They do.
Oh, nice,
Yeah, they
nice.
sure do.
Look at
What was
the
that? What were
squirrel
you going to say?
moment.
April
Look at
19th?
the Stanley Cup playoffs happen. We're still
Oh,
seeing
God.
movements happening. You know, we're still
We
seeing some
are.
jockeying happening. You know,
I,
it's
I can't wait. So we're
my
looking at
Ducks
next
took out
Wednesday.
Calgary. Yeah, my
Next
Ducks
Wednesday
took
is going
out
to be our
Calgary.
big. Oh, they did. They look great. They
Those,
look great. And then
yeah,
they
didn't
played the
want.
Kings. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry. Sorry.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
even
We
know
don't
what's
talk
going
about
on
that.
with your
Okay.
Ducks. Okay, sorry. Sorry. I didn't mean to
Yeah.
bring it up on a
They
sports
got
podcast.
yeah, they got a tea time set up for Wednesday.
Yeah, they do. At Newport Golf Club. Yeah, they're all going to be out there. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. God bless them. All
Uh,
right. You got any party shots before we go?
I'm just wondering about McDavid. What is
Oh,
going on?
that there's something there. There is something there. And I do wonder what the status of Eichel is. Last two games I didn't see him play. So
Yeah,
it should be interesting. Really nobody's healthy when you get to the playoffs, especially in the NHL, but how severely are they hurt? Because like I've said before, they are about as forthcoming as the Vatican is about the Pope. Sorry,
right.
he's got an injury.
So
I don't know if it's even upper or lower body. Yeah, okay,
right,
great.
it might be mental.
And you wonder, as the NHL embraces betting, is there going to be a scandal with that within?
Ah, I lost your voice. I lost your
Yeah,
voice.
sorry. Yeah,
There we
you
go.
wonder with endorsing and embracing betting if there is going to be a scandal with insider information, right? I mean, it's
Yeah. So,
just shit.
uh-oh.
God, fudge,
It's
Ripple.
still recording. I don't know what you're doing.
Oh, it said
Uh-oh,
it
you're in
said
and
it
out.
said I was done.
10%.
Yeah,
Oh, you're digitizing.
I'm
Mad
digital.
Max. This is the Mad Max point of the podcast. Ma- Well, well, I don't know what to say with Jay gone, but let's look at this. The NBA had LeBron James win the most points, and he celebrated by himself. You look at Ovechkin, he passes Wayne Gretzky and becomes the largest goal holder, right? We covered that. So think about this. When he celebrates, he celebrated with his team because he knows it's a team thing. The NBA is an individual sport, and he celebrated by himself. Well, that's a thing to think about. The NBA needs to get tighter with their teams and know that it takes a team to win. I doesn't have it in a team. TEAM. Yeah, winning spells with an I. I agree to a point, but you have to understand you need your team. On that note, I'll talk to you later. Like and subscribe.